Alright, how's everyone doing? So we're going to be doing another Dominaria draft. Actually, I haven't done a Dominaria draft in a long time. I did do a sealed event the other day, and that video is already up on the channel. We managed to get a nice Esper Legendaries deck, which got some wins, but let's see how this goes. So, ooh, uh, maybe we'll go Orzhov again. I mean, opening an Ariel. This is pretty good. Although black-white is not exactly the best archetype. There's not that much support. Let's see what else is good in this pack. Goblin Barrage is okay. I mean, it's good removal. Can be good in something like black-red. Not much else. Gisix is an okay creature. Sorcerer's Wand is good if you're trying to force blue-red wizards, which is an okay card though. Sergeant at Arms is alright. Let's see. These cards are, I mean, okay, they're not first pick worthy. I think first pick worthy we have Ariel, Goblin Barrage, maybe. Sapler Migration is really good for any green white or green blacks. I mean, these could be good for a green white deck, but I mean, Ariel, we have to try and see how it turns out. Okay, let's see. Is there anything good in black-white? So in this pack, I mean, don't have to commit to Ariel because we don't know what's open. So, but let's just take a look at what's in this pack. Chronicler can be decent if you go for wizards. It's also good if you manage to pick up something like a Fight with Fire. Then you can double up on that. Ringer's Acolyte is actually an alright card. Flyer in black. So that's pretty good. Flyers are mostly in a blue-white in this set, as usual. And blue-white is pretty strong, so it's gonna be pretty useful to have a blocker for that. Salad is pretty good in Saprolings. Deep Freeze is like okay removal in blue. Trapper is alright. Cyclops is an okay blocker. Trust Druid is a decent filler card, but I think in this pack we're mostly looking at these two here. So Grand Roller Radha's pretty good in red green, 3/4 with haste, and helps you ramp into bigger stuff. Grun's also decent if you're definitely in green, but it's double green, so you have to commit. Again, I mean, obviously it's probably going to be very unlikely that we play both Radha and Ariel, but you can consider it. Also, if you're playing black-white, you're probably not playing Grun. So out of these two, what are we more likely to play? I think Radha helps us stay more open, is more likely. Urza's is, I mean, not terrible. If we're going for legendaries with Ariel, it could work. What else is good in this pack? So in black-white, Call of the Cavalry is actually a pretty good card. Arcane Flight is average. Llanowar Elves is actually really good. Probably best card in the pack. Maybe Saproling Migration, that's also really good if you're going wide. But don't think Saproling Migration is that great in red-green. Although it can help us generate a lot of mana if we attack with everything. Broken Bond is not really playable. So I guess we have to decide, do you want to go Urza's? There's also legendary sorcery, so we do need a legend on the board to cast it. There's a board wipe though, one-sided. Call the Cavalry. This does get night tokens, which works really well with Ariel. I don't know, oh my god. This is such a hard decision. Can't really tell what's more open. I mean, I feel like red-green ramp might be a better archetype. Let's try it. Alright, so you've got some more knight cards. I mean, this one's soldiers, so, but call the cavalry again, so might be good, but I don't know. Let's see what else do we have. Champion of the Flame is okay. It's only really good in red-white if you go auras and equipment. But if you can slap something onto it early, like turn 3, then it is pretty strong. Overseer is okay, not a big fan. 3-1 with haste, so it's easily blocked. It does give you an active treason effect though if you can kick it. And in this deck we might want some kicker, but don't think we need to focus on that until we get some ramp. Support is decent. Is support better than call? I don't know how open we should stay for this. Let's try support. Let's see. Right, a third call to cavalry. Oh, this is tough. Although fiery intervention is a good removal piece. Haven't really seen much removal, so this might be a good card to pick. And then we can sort of be in red-green. Tall Elemental is alright, but it's very expensive, so I don't know if it's worth picking here. It's very unlikely it'll cycle back though, so... Do you want the 7-drop or do we just want removal? This also helps you deal with artifacts. The rest of the stuff in this pack is not that great. I mean, Syncopate is good in blue, Confess is okay in black. Cavalry's just, I mean, if we had committed to white, we would have had like 3 Call to Cavalries by now, which would just be amazing with Ariel, but yeah, I guess. Alright, let's see, what do we have here? Fungal Plots is not terrible. Generate some value. Overseer is not really something exciting. Snapper is okay. These are okay. Blue-White is looking... I mean, these are all good cards in Blue-White. Do we want to go Blue-White? Man. We can try forcing green-red. Might not be the best. Let's see. Whisper in black. And you could have had a decent legendaries deck. Fire Elemental isn't that great. Memorial's probably best pick here. Let's see. These are all terrible. Relicon is okay. Envoy, add 1 mana of any color. I mean, maybe. It's better than the Gas Protector. Then over here, I think we can go for the Overseer now. Maybe the Sorcerer's Wand even to help us ping damage. And you could probably put this on like a Sapling or something and just tap it every turn. I think it might be better than... and then here we get a Chronicler. And it's very unlikely we play either of these. Gaia's Blessing. Graveyard into the library and draw a card for 2. 2 mana, draw a card and get back some threats. I mean, it's okay. First strike and haste. Let's try this. Navigator's Compass, sure. Right, Zahid. Zahid is pretty strong, but again, it's blue. Bird is good. Got a Cloud Reader Sphinx. Some very good blue cards here. Not much for us in green-red. Do you want to pick Zahid? This is double blue, so we'll have to commit to blue. We're nowhere close. Could pick the Baird. He's a soldier. Alright, let's see how this goes. Golden Chain Whirler. I mean, good card for constructed if you want a red draft. Really strong for mono red. Also, you have your Diana. Unlikely to play that. So we go legendaries. Don't want any of these. And Calden Raider. Calden Raider might be alright. You pick the Chain Whirler. Let's pick it. It's unlikely we'll play it, but still the score is good, but double black. Tsuko's decent. Don't really have that many goblins. It doesn't work with Chain Whirler because it's only colorless or generic. Ranamok, and Overseer or Chronicler. So I think we'd rather have a Chronicler than an Overseer. It's also, oh, there's Mammoth Spider. I think we like the Mammoth Spider. Protects us against flying. So, what are we even looking like? Let's put some of this stuff on the sideboard. I mean, ideally we don't want to play... So this is kind of what our deck's like. I mean, Chain Whirl is also probably not being played. So... basically, have a 2-drop, some 3-drops, 4-drop. Warcraft Phoenix could be good. It could be like an aggressive green-red deck. It sounds kind of strange. It seems like the best card in this pack, though, in the colors at least. Trickster would have been a nice pickup. Okay, Grow from the Ashes is good for ramp. Also has Kikar. It's good with artifacts, which we don't have. Adventurous Impulse is okay if we wheel it. And we would have had such a good, could have such a good black-white tokens deck. Ugh. Chain of Storm in black. Black's also pretty good over here. Don't think we need another Envoy. It's like a Gift of Growth. And then... we take an enchantment. Ranamok. I think Ranamok is better. It's a combat trick. How many combat tricks do we have? Just Gift of Growth. I think that's better than Arbor Armament. Let's take that. And here we don't really have anything. Let's take a Cyclops. Let's take a Frenzied Rage. Take another Ranamok. And 2 and a 1/1. Not really. Rat Colony. Ooh, now that's a good payoff. Allosaurus is a pretty big bomb. What other cards do we have in this pack? Sanguine Spirit is good in white. That's pretty good. Urgoros, in this pack, pick the Allosaurus. Hoping to wheel maybe Pierce the Sky. Support is nice. Short Sword will be good. Easy first pick. Ooh, Jayas. How many legendaries do we have? We'll just throw out a... It's unlike it has a Sarah Angel in this pack and a Raph. Oh my god, Blue Eye also would have been really strong. So Jazz is good, but it's very unlikely we'll be able to play it because we only have one legendary. On the other hand, Shivan Fire is great removal. Cyberpunk Migration is also good if it comes back. This works well in the Blue-Red Wizards deck. Overseer is okay. So I think, I mean, the problem with Jazz is that it's legendary. So, yeah, I think Shivan Fire is the pick here. If we got something like Fight with Fire though, that would be a great, oh my god, Impulse's Clutches. That's some really strong cards here. I think we take the Phoenix though. The Sapper is a good creature if it comes back. 4 mana 2/2 doesn't help. Radiating Lightning is good against token decks, but let's just go for this. So we are lacking some 3-drops. It would be nice to pick some of those up. This is 4. This is a 2. Croson Druid is decent. Slin Voda. A lot of blue in here. I think we just take the Croson Druid. Fill our curve a bit. Now let's see. Adventurous Impulse is okay. Find action. If we're getting flooded. We have Champion. Let's see, how many auras do we have? Can we make Champion work? We have Frenzied Rage. That's pretty much it. Don't think that's enough. Oh, we also have Sorcerer's Wand though. And if we do end up picking up something like a Short Sword or Jousting Lance, it could be good. Don't know if that's enough to play the Champion. Man, we're really lacking creatures though. How many creatures do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We don't need to keep picking up more creatures. Journey Mage is 3 mana, 3/2 for us. Not amazing. Because it works with the Chronicler. If we go Chronicler into Journey Mage. So I think over here it's Impulse, Champion, or Journey Mage. And I mean, going for Champion is kind of greedy. Even if you manage to get a Frenzied Rage on it, then it becomes a 3/3 plus 2/1. That's, I mean, 5/4 with Menace is pretty good. Can we support it? I mean, let's try it. Maybe it'll work. Third run amok, or first Pierce the Sky. I think we take the Pierce the Sky. There's some good cards in this. Cloud Reader Sphinx this late. We probably would have been much better off if you were black-white or even blue-white. Ugh, that's annoying. You could take a Glider, filler 3-drop, just do 1, can't block, but it does fly. Impulse is better. Ooh, Thorn Elemental came back. And it is super expensive, but I think it could be a good finisher. So I think here, since we have Champion of the Flame, a third Frenzied Rage is the better option. And then here, about 3 drops, but I think, and the Kicker is nice, we can get to the mana, but I think the Journey Mage is better stats. Sure. What does this do? Sacrifice an artifact, draw a card. No. Sure. Okay, so that didn't turn out quite as well as I would have liked. I mean, probably could have had a better black-white. We did see a lot of Call the Cavalry and Sergeant at Arms in those early packs. It was a little painful. Also, to be fair, we didn't see that much good black or white removal. Like, we didn't see any Eviscerates, Vicious Offering, Blessed Light. So maybe it's not so bad. Alright, let's see. There's a lot of cards. What can we got right off the bat? Let's see. It's unlikely we're playing Gaia's Blessing. We might play some of these. Probably not playing this. This, or this, or this. Right, so that's a few cuts. We need to make a few more. So let's see, how many creatures do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's not a lot of creatures. Right, do you want to cut Pierce the Sky? Because we do have our 2 Phoenixes who fly, but they're 2/2s, so they probably can't deal most of the other flags in the format. What removal pieces do we have? We have Fiery Intervention and all the combat tricks. We have 2 Ronamuks and a Gift of Growth. Do you want to keep all of them? We got a Ranamok. Sheehan Fire is a good removal piece. Do we need Sorcerer's Wand? I think we're more on the plan of just attacking. Although it does go well with the Champion. I don't know how likely we are to draw into Champion, so Chain Whirler is not really playable. Triple red. Allosaurus is nice. So basically, hoping to get Allosaurus or the Thorn Elemental. It's probably a win conditions. Getting the Phoenixes can be nice, especially since if they die and we have a bunch of creatures, we can get them back. We do have Kicker on a bunch of our cards, so if we draw them late game it's nice, but we don't have that much ramp. Pretty much just grow from the ashes. Llanowar Elves is like okay. Do we need Fungal Plots? I don't think Fungal Plots works well with our deck. So we can probably cut that. And we need to cut one more card. So what do we want to cut? I think you want to keep all our creatures, so maybe Pierce the Sky? Adventurous Impulse, I feel like Adventurous Impulse is good to like deal with land screw or flood. Llanowar Envoy maybe? In 3 mana 3/2 though. The active ability doesn't seem very relevant because we're not splashing anything crazy. Yeah. But we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 creatures again, so that's not a lot. Which means how many non-creature spells do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's about right. We could probably cut one of them. Maybe we cut a Frenzied Rage. I mean, 2 doesn't seem good enough for Champion of the Flame, honestly, and 2 mana 1/1 is pretty bad. Do we just want to cut the champion? But then what would we play? I think we run with this and hopefully it turns out okay. This deck didn't go quite as well as I would have hoped, but we'll see. I don't know, what are we calling this? Red green aggro. Don't even think this aggro, this is sort of like mid-range. Alright, let's see how this goes. Alright, game 1 against D Marshall. I mean, I didn't really tamper with the mana base much, but I think it was okay. Alright, tap land is not great. Question is, do we want to play red so that we have Sheevan Fire, or I think we start out tapped, so in case the opponent doesn't play anything, we can play champion. But we don't have equipment for champion, so alright, that's fine. So we wouldn't have been able to deal with that anyway. Sheevan Fire. So I think next turn we'll play Saphard. It is kind of troubling that we can't attack the champion yet. Ooh. Oh, that's nice. So now we're hoping to draw into land maybe. If we do, we can play Radha. If we don't, we can just attack and hold up combat tricks. Ooh, Traxos. They're trying to mill us. Interesting. Oh my god, the Allosaurus. That is really sad. There goes one of our... Ooh, Frenzied Rage is actually a pretty good top deck. Although it does block out a Sheevan Fire. I think we have to go for it. Especially since they can't counter it. 5/4 with Menace Trample? That's pretty good. So I think now we want a second red source, and nice. That's exactly what we want. We can play Radha, get haste. Oh, they might be holding counter magic. I forgot to think of that. So now they might have a Seal Away, Blink of an Eye. There's quite a few good pieces in. So you can also attack with this just to generate more mana. Wrath. Interesting. Ooh, that does let them untap Traxos. This could be bad. So I think we had 2 red, 1 green. This seems correct. So let's just do Gift of Growth into Sheevan Fire. Or Run Amok into Sheevan Fire. Run Amok is better. Alright, so this is a 5/4 currently. Give it Run Amok, it becomes a 8/7. So it can trade with the Traxos, it can't kill the Excavator. Raph just eats this unless we Shivan fire it, in which case we trade. Alternately, we can Shivan fire the excavator and then champion trades for both of those, which is pretty good. And then we lose Sapphire to the Raph. I think we're fine keeping the excavator alive. We want to kill the Traxos, so run amok there. Oh, why did it use? Oh my god, auto tap. That was come on. Yeah, that was. Why did it use both my red? So stupid. This is definitely a misplay. You don't have reanimation, so we can't get Allosaurus back. So now our win con is basically Thorn Elemental. Opponent continues to mill us. Let's see, what did they hit? Llanowar Envoy, Chronicler. Swing with Raph. No blocks. So let's see, we have a few options here. We're at 5 mana, so we can play Kick Shivan Fire to kill the Raph. Alternatively, we could play Mammoth Spider as a blocker for Raph, and if they don't have more combat tricks, it blocks it well enough. We could also keep up Gift of Growth for... I mean, it untaps creature, but it doesn't give it reach, so that wouldn't help stop Raph. We could just Shivan Fire the Unicorn. Stops a life-linking threat, and then the spider will block. Yeah, so let's go to combat. Attack with Rada. Add red. So they don't block. Why does it keep wanting to spend the red? Oh my god. Alright, let's let go. And now we can kick the Unicorn with Shivan Fire. Choose another creature. Gains indestructible. Okay, so they can protect Raph. That's nice. They play a Juggernaut. They get to mill us for a bit. What did we lose? Mountains, that's okay. Question is, do we blow Shivan Fire on the Unicorn? Okay, now they have a good blocker for Radha. Can block her with Juggernaut. I think we keep it. Forest, we can also sacrifice Memorial for 3. And hope to draw into something, but that leaves us up with 2 mana, which isn't great. Can play Kicked Gift of Growth, that could help us block stuff. Although, to make this a 7-8, so if they block with Juggernaut and Raph, or say Juggernaut, Excavator and Bodyguard, or something like Juggernaut, Unicorn, then they get a good trade. Otherwise it's good for us. So I think we still attack with Radha. I think this makes sense. Then we add a red. So they will block with Wrath. That's it, so we don't need to kick it. So this will make it a 5/6. But they can sacrifice the bodyguard in response, which makes it indestructible. So that's kind of a bad trade for us. So we should probably... I mean, they would have sacrificed it in response to the Shivan Fire, so it's kind of pointless. So this happens, it doesn't die. We can just say go. The other thing we could do is, if we just want to deal with Wrath, if they attack with Wrath, we block with Spider and then Shivan Fire. It looks like they're moving it to the Juggernaut. Can we kick it? Yes. I think the attack with Juggernaut. Blow it up with a kick Shivan Fire. They can spend 1 mana to re-equip the sword onto something. Oh, and they got a Pegasus Courser. So they can make a unicorn fly now. Alright, we could go Phoenix. We can't really attack well though, because Courser blocks it, Wrath blocks it. And now our opponent knows our hand's empty, so... yeah. This is a tough spot. Right, that's a good draw, but we don't have the land for it. Do we want to sacrifice Memorial? I think we white actually. If you attack with the Spider, they can block it with Wrath. We don't have a combat trick to buff it. Ugh. The 4/4 on Wrath is kind of annoying because it's stopping our attacks. So you have to just say go. Let's put a stop over there. Well, the sacrificing Memorial does mean we go down 1 land, so we can't go 1 further from playing Thorn Elemental, which is annoying. Because Thorn Elemental is a pretty good combat. Ooh. Let's go kick the Gruul from the Ashes. Get 2 lands. So now we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 just from our basic lands. So we could sacrifice Memorial. Can we? No, it needs 3. We only have 2. So not unless we attack with something. The only thing we can attack with is Warcry Phoenix. Maybe, because we can get it back at some point. Question is, do we want to? Probably not. I think we just say go. What is our opponent on here though? So if they attack at this point, they'll give Unicorn Flying their 4 flyers. We can block 2 of them. So you block Courser with Spider. Ooh. Opponent getting all the value. 1 top. Play the Servant to get to untap an artifact, okay. Probably go with Traxos. So they win the Llanowar and Frenzied Rage. Play Danitha. Oh my god. The board is going wide. Curse Druid goes. Sure. So play Thorn Elemental. So we do need to do damage through somehow though. And then Thorn Elemental can do the remaining 7. It's frustrating. So if you attack with Phoenix, they have a bunch of blockers. They can just block with Assistant and Courser even. we can get the Phoenix back. But if they double block like that, we're basically trading Phoenix for an Artificer's Assistant, which is a terrible trade. We also only have 8 cards deck, so they're milling us pretty well. I mean, they might mill us actually. Our next turn might have to be an all-in swing. Right, run amok, Frenzied Rage. So we did put both our Frenzied Rages into the bin. I think I also saw the run amok and Gift of Growth. So I think all our combat tricks are gone. It's probably not good. So we had something to buff up the Thorn Elemental with. That could have been okay. Let's do this. Do we control another wizard? Warrior, spider. No. So I think we get another Phoenix. And then we can play Phoenix and attack with both. But they can block with Glider. They can even block with Wrath. And with Wrath they're not even trading anything. And they have tons of blocks for these. Can block with Courser and Wrath, so we lose one Phoenix, and there's no good attacks for this. Do we go swinging? Well, I think we have a combat trick. What happens if you attack with Thorn Elemental? They block with Wrath. Maybe block with Unicorn, Glider. So definitely kill the Elemental. Although we only have four cards left, so if they play 2 historic cards and they mill us and we lose next turn, so maybe we should have attacked. Let's see. Okay. You draw the Journey Mage anyway. Two, 3, 4 flyers, so they block those 2. That can be blocked for anything. So I don't think there's anything. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's 15. There's 2 more lands in there and 1 creature, I think. Let's go like this. And the question is, do we live another turn? If they don't block Thorn Elemental with enough, which it looks like they aren't. And maybe we get through. I mean, next turn we have lethal if they don't lifelink. What did they just do? Okay then. I really didn't think we were gonna win that. Right, guess we go to game 2. Do we wanna change anything? I don't know, deck seemed okay. Maybe more combat tricks? What do we got though? Creatures are actually very average. Here's this guy. I think this guy is decent. I think 8/8. I think this land distribution is also fine because we have double green up here. You have a good number of red early, but we also have some green 1-drop, so turn 1 Llanowar is pretty nice. Let's go. Right, so this isn't great. We have 4 lands, we can play Radha, turn 3 Sapphire, but don't have any early plays. But then again, we don't really have that many 1 or 2 drops in our deck, so actually we have quite a few 2 drops. Yeah. I mean, but this should be okay. Golden Warcaller, interesting. Yeah, let's just play Forest. We don't need to show our opponent we're red. And then I think next turn we go Mountain into Sapphire. Shield of the Realm. Interesting. Very peculiar build. Okay. That gives them really good attack. So that means you have to deal 4 damage. So just 2. So Run Amok works really nicely here. So if they block, they're gonna combat trick. If you play this and attack, they can block with Sentry and Warcaller, and then basically we can kill this. They trade a Sentry for Radha, which doesn't work for us. Pierce this guy, kills with the Sentry. You might as well use it. We don't know how many flyers they're playing. And then maybe we do Sap Herd and then hopefully they block and we can run them up. I mean, this seems very aggressive, but... Ooh. Should have done 4 damage to that. Ugh, that was my bad. Frenzied Rage. Wow, they're really going for the red-white auras and equipments. Oh, that's a good combo actually. That was a weird bug. Let's see, what do we play here? So, with the land. So we play Radha, and then if we attack with everything, that gives us 3 more mana. Which lets us with Phoenix, but we can't really use the haste from it, but oh well. So let's do that. Swing with everything, sure. Phoenix. Alright, so flying first strike lifelink. So the lifelink is gonna be super annoying because they go back up to 17. And we go down to 6, which isn't great, which means you have to keep up 2 blockers now every turn. Sure, they're in red, so they might even have burn. So maybe even 3. Oh, that sucks. What? Okay. Sure. Oh, I guess now though, if you play a land, we only have 5, so we can't play elemental unless we attack with 2. But I think it's fine attacking with these 2 because mana, and then you can play elemental out. They have 3 blockers again. I think this is okay. Oh god, dub. 8-7 first strike, we definitely chump block this. They only have one white out, which means they don't have trample. Although if they attack, I think we have lethal on the reverse swing, right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Looks like it. So they can't attack. Do we play impulse? This does still have first strike, so it blocks elemental pretty well. Let's play impulse. Allosaurus is great. Now they know we have that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need one more land to kick it. Although even kicked Allosaurus doesn't fight the Warcaller well. They can't block flying, so I think we just attack with Phoenix. Sure, give me a green. Let's replay Allosaurus. There's no point kicking it because we lose the fight. So now our board is wide enough that if we swing with everything and if they block our biggest creature, Thorn Elemental, still get through lethal, I think, right? Because 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, yeah, easily. Also, there's no point of them blocking Thorn Elemental. Okay. This makes me think they might have Run Amok. So that'll give us +3/+3. Which makes it a 11, 10. Which means I need to have at least 5 toughness blocking it. So this might seem stupid, but we're gonna block like that. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. Do they have it? I mean, if they have 2 Run Amoks, then it's just too bad. Their opponent's just good at magic. Alright, guess they had it. Okay. Sure. Good game. So I think that was a smart play, playing around the Run Amok, because your opponent attacks like that. I mean, of course, it could be just like a like a Hail Mary play, but gotta be careful. Right, 2 wins, not bad. Let's keep going, let's see how well we can do. Didn't think this deck would go the distance, but it seems to be doing okay. Is this a good hand? You get 4 lands, but it's very slow though, because Gift of Growth doesn't help us unless you have early drops. Spider's at 5, Phoenix is at 4. Maybe mulligan, is this? I mean, you do want to go kind of late, but not having anything to play early is a little weak. Yeah, this is better. So now we have 2 drop, 3 drop, and the land to play them. So this seems better. Right, opponent's on white. Memorial to Glory is pretty good. The activator ability is one of the better ones. Create 2 soldiers, exactly what white wants to do. Okay, on the guard, so that's a 2/2. The question is, play Chronicler. I think we play Chronicler. We just want to get creatures on the board. This also combos really well with our Journey Mage, so we can probably play Journey Mage next turn. 2 damage to their face. Okay. And we will go ahead with no attacks. So next turn we play a mountain. Do we play Envoy or Croson Druid? I think we play Envoy. It's because it's a more aggressive creature. It's a 3/2. And the Druid, I mean, it's very unlikely we get to 9 mana, but or 8 mana? 8 mana. But if we do, then 10 life could be relevant. Especially against what looks like an aggressive... Ooh, don't have the double green for that. What looks like an aggressive blue-white deck. So if you attack with Journey Mage, they can trade easily with Relic Runner or Honor Guard in their favor. I think we just play Envoy and pass the turn. So use these green and want to add 1 mana of Elixir, which doesn't help when you're trying to get more green. So that's not exactly ramp. It's fixing, but not ramp. So opponent is on the blue-white Historics. Gonna get 2 damage unblockable through here. So the question is next turn, do we attack the Envoy and Journey Mage? I think yes. Just because they're not really doing anything for us, and clearing the opponent's board might be worth it to make way for our big creatures. So let's see if and how our opponent decides to block. If they don't, that's just better for us. Get more damage through. Is that really how they're gonna block? Guess that's fine. Just trading the servant away. It's basically a jump block, unless they have a combat trick. They might have charge. Right, they do have charge. Oh, so then that becomes a good block for them. Think we wait to kick that. So I'm just gonna play the Spider, which also blocks the Familiar. And it's a 3/5, so it blocks their stuff pretty well. Ooh, another one of these. So Relic Runner is unblockable now. So that's a pretty good threat, actually. At least they don't get to untap it, though. Do we go Croson Druid? 3 plus 5, 8. We're currently at 6, so 7, 8, we have good plays if we draw more land. Do you want to attack with the Spider? Well, they'd have to block with all 3 of their things. They'd lose the Servant and a Familiar for our Spider. I'd say that's a good block for them, especially because it'll free up skies. So I think we pass. It feels a little greedy to hold on to this Druid, but if they keep throwing unblockable damage at us, then the 10 life might be relevant. Also, I wonder what they're splashing the black for. They're going Esper. Right, Grow from the Ashes works. So you kick Grow from the Ashes. Let's just get, we already have tons of mountains, so let's just get 2 forests. The green will help us. Just pass turn. So next turn we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can go kick Croson Druid. You can also go kick Territorial Allosaurus. Probably the better play. The question is, what do we kill? It's probably one of the flyers. Because opponent's probably gonna be on the aggressive plan with Relic Runner. And with kicked Croson Druid we gain 10 life, so we don't really care about that. We're concerned about the blockers. Ooh. Opponent is playing blue, they might have counter magic. They've just been holding, it doesn't look like it. So I guess we're killing one of the familiars. So now we have a good attack with the Mammoth Spider. But then that gives opponent a good attack on the backswing with Joyra is familiar. Opponent might also have a combat trick like another charge or adamant will. Which is bad for us, so no attacks. But this deck really lacks evasion. It's a big problem. So you would like to get our Run Amok. So you should probably put another Run Amok in the deck. Just to be able to trample through damage with our big guys, because that's a problem. Right, the sacrifice it for the soldiers. Play land. Going to attack. Not attacking gives them a good block on the Allosaurus. Right, mountain. Single play here, so that's 5 plus 4, that's 9. So you can play this kicked. And then next turn sacrifice Memorial. No attacks. Oh, this feels kinda bad. Alright, opponent has an Ariel. So that's bad for us because now opponent can just start getting value from Ariel. At least they don't have a bunch of knights. They can start making them though. Have 3 mana up. That's not good. Alright, Fire Intervention is good. Destroys Ariel. I think we go for that. They might be holding up a counter spell. They might tap her to create her knight in response. Probably what they'll... Oop. Blink it back to hand. 'Cause that's a good play. Sacrifice this, get a creature. Do you want the Phoenix or do you want Ariel? So Radha's good because she gives us mana, but the ground is pretty gummed up right now. Phoenix might be better even though it tries to Joyra. If you attack with it again, it's pretty good. So if you attack with the Allosaurus, that's 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can kill Joyra and the Familiar and 2 soldiers for the Allosaurus. Is that the play you want to make? Opponent knows what's in our hand. They know we don't have a combat trick. So I'm gonna say no. Although once they play Ariel, they can kill Phoenix by making a knight token. Ugh. This is so hard. Let's see what they do here. Honor Guard. Okay. And blue-white is really strong in this format. Two Voltaic Servants makes me think opponent definitely seems to be on. So I think we go Phoenix into Frenzied Rage. Because it doesn't look like opponent has a ton of flyers and this gives us unblockable flying damage. I mean unblockable until they get another flyer because of the menace. So that's a good clock. So now they have 4 turns to do something about this. This also means they need at least 3 more knights before, I mean, ooh, this is a knight. So they already have 2 knights. So they need 2 more knights before they can kill the Phoenix with Ariel's ability. Which is at least 3 more turns, so maybe we can win this. Let's see. The spider's actually been really nice to block. Alright, so first we go to combat. Swing with the Phoenix. And play Thorn Elemental. So this is really good. So now we have lethal with Phoenix and Thorn Elemental, because Thorn Elemental can assign damages if it weren't blocked. So even if they block it, we can just do 7 to their face. Sort of like a 7 damage burn spell. I think that's how it works. And then Phoenix will do 4 damage by itself. So I think that's lethal. They don't attack. Peculiar. Alright, so let's see if Thorn Elemental works the way I think it does. Alright. They might also have a seal away in white. It has menace, buddy. It has menace. It has menace. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sure. It's the Phoenix. Right. Alright. So there we go. So it looks like it does work like I thought it would. So you basically don't deal any damage to the creatures, you go straight to face. But I think you still take the damage, so in that case, if it wasn't lethal, Thorn Elemental would have died. It would have done several damage but died. So it's kind of like a which is the card Inferno Hellion from M19, just like a 7/3 or 9/3 trampler, where like it dies really easily but it can do a bunch of damage just by the trample effect. So yeah, nice win. Good top decks there with or I guess the Phoenix we had to search for, but Frenzied Rage was pretty handy. Ooh, I was supposed to add another Ronamok to the deck. We'll have to do that. Alright, so Journey Mage and Cross Intrude at 3. We also have Gruul, which we'll hopefully try to kick to get Landmark on 1. That's always bad news. We also have Grow from the Ashes, so we could probably kick that, hopefully. Get the 2 land. Ooh. I'm gonna save it for the kicker. Alright, let's see, it's a 3/2. I think we'll play Cross into it just because it blocks better. It's a 2/3. Also, Journey Mage might be better if we get the value off of it later. Ooh, Sulfurian Void. That's a cool card. Looks like our opponent is just straight up black-green Saprolinks. So now because of this we can't block. It's kinda terrible. I mean, do you ever play Allosaurus? 7 mana, it's a long time to wait. Although next turn if we get 5 mana, are we gonna use Fiery Intervention on the Talid? I mean, we might have to, because that shrinks everything. Fine, let's try this. I mean, Allosaurus on curve feels good, but opponent might have removal for it. If they have a vicious offering, this could be really... Yep, kicked vicious offering. Feels bad, man. I think now we swing in. They don't block. Because we don't plan to block when they swing in with the sap herd, so I guess we could have prevented 2 damage, so now we both go down. Maybe that wasn't the best. Let's see. Omnivore. So do we go kicked Gruul here or Fiery Intervention? So we do have Shivan Fire that could be nice for the Talid, but can't just wait for that. Right, how much damage do we take next turn? So 3, 4, 5. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10. Although they likely won't attack with all of this, so that's 7. So I think we have to kill the Talid. No attack. So now we can block the Sap Herd at least. So their only good attack is the Omnivore. Although they can grow it to a 7/7, which is not great. Let's see, what do they play here? Oh god, kicked Kavu. That's really bad news for us. This does have trample, so even if you block with this, it gets 2 damage through, and then they get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need another blocker. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think we can play this unkicked. Just get the land. Which lets us play Thorn Elemental next turn, which is a decent blocker for Kavu, even Omnivore. Did have removal here. Okay. So is this lethal? It's 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this is lethal. Good game. The removal is pretty clutch. Good game. Well, Sabrolling Stripe is pretty strong in this format. Actually, black-green is probably one of the strongest archetypes with Sabrolings. Along with blue-white. Blue-white artifacts is also really good. Red-green is one of the more unpopular archetypes. It's really sad we didn't get a Halar though. That would have been really fun with all the kicker we have. So I guess picking up that Grunt could have been nice. I don't remember what we picked up instead of him. Oh, I think it was the Radha. I guess the Radha's better. Well, the Grunt goes really well with a bunch of Ranamucks though, if you kick him. But, okay, yeah. So, we have a bunch of 3 drops, okay. It's alright, I guess. Where are our 2 drops? Do we really not run that many 2 drops? I don't think we've ever drawn Llanowar on turn 1 this game. Oh, we do have Champion of the Flame. We haven't drawn either, except for that first game. So let's go Sap Herd. Looks like our opponent is Simic. They also started out with the Memorial, which is pretty nice. Let's see what they play here. Unkicked Academy Drake. That's interesting. So now we have a few options. If we go Forest, then we have both Frenzied Rage and Ranamuck open. Although these don't seem like good targets for those. So I think we're better off attacking with the Sap Herd. They probably won't block with the Drake. I mean, they shouldn't. Play the tapped Memorial. And then I think you play the Journey Mage because it's more aggressive. I mean, the ETB is relevant in the Wizard's deck because then it's very likely you can proc it, but since we only have one other Wizard in the whole deck, it's very unlikely we draw into that, so shouldn't really be holding ourselves up just to, you know, get that extra value. Alright, opponent plays land. They have another Drake. So opponent might be on Simic Flyers. Sort of a weird strategy. Alright, do we go Frenzied Rage? Could go Frenzied Rage on the Journey Mage, making it 5-3. And that also means they can't block it this turn with the Drake. So this is basically a 7 damage swing. So they do block the Sapphire. Question is, do we want to give it run amok? I think this is a good trade, right? So they get through for a bunch of damage, kill one of their Drakes. Now they're in a bad position. If they play another creature, they get to... Ooh, Tatiova's... Oh, that's a bomb. Surprised they attack with the Drake though, because now they can't block with the Journey Mage. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not enough for kicker, but I think if you play something as the Crows and Druid. Alright, first let's just attack with this. Right, so we have a 1-turn clock. If they don't play another creature to block, then we can kill them with Journey Mage. This is the Menace. Oh no, wait. Right, I forgot about that ability. And that's a good card. They've stolen that. That's not a land, so we can't play Kicked Allosaurus. Champion of the Flame is just a 2-mana 1-1 for us now. So now we're in a bad spot. Man, Tatiova's so good. Bone's on banned, by the way. I don't know what they're splashing the white for. So the question is, do we sacrifice Memorial here? I think no, because we're trying to kick Allosaurus. And so that puts us down 1 land. It does help us find an action, but I mean, we already know what we want to play. We're at 5 mana. It kicked Grow. Keeping the white and green up. So maybe the reason they're keeping white up is Seal Away. They also have 4 now. So they have double white, so maybe they're playing... Oh right, oh god. All this value. Maybe they're playing... Oh holy shit. Might have to kill our own Journey Mage and sacrifice the Allosaurus. That works. Woohoo. Good job, Pierce this guy. And we're still waiting to kick the Allosaurus. I mean, do we just play it? Maybe we don't kick it. We don't get to kill the Tatiova though. Now swing for 5. Which is nice, but now they're back up to 15, so they're not on the same clock anymore. Man. Opponent has a pretty good deck. Okay, we're down to 6. Gonna place Divination. We'll sacrifice Memorial to Folly. I mean, Unity. They could if they wanted. They have tons of land. Right, just a jump blocker. Still no land, really? This is getting kinda ridiculous. Right, the Spider gives us a good blocker for the Drake. Can also attack into Tatiova. I mean, I doubt they'll ever block. But currently at least it's hard for them to block without sacrificing something useful. Right, so let's see. This game seems like it's gonna be hard to come back. Oh my god, our opponent has gained so much life with Tatiova. Literally came back from like 5. Oh, well, I guess that lifelink swing with champion, or the journey mage is also relevant. Well, that's decent. Don't have good blocks for this. I mean, other than they could do Tolerance Scholar and Academy Drake or Teshar double block, and then we get to pick which one to kill. Probably the Drake. Oh, they only have counter magic. They do have tons of blue. Yep. Okay. Well, at least that means the Allosaurus probably resolves. Okay, so if you attack with Spider, they can block with Scholar. I mean, they either have to triple block. Ooh, but if we do that, then we open ourselves. We keep us open to flying, and they can probably kill us with these two. So can't afford to block with Spider. And this has got quite the stall. Right, they're gonna use Memorial. Shall I? Oh my god. So there goes the Allosaurus strategy. I mean, sure, you can use it to kill Shalai. What the hell? Yeah, this is freaking crazy. And even the attack with champion, give it, I don't know, make it a 5/5. What are the chances? I feel like this won't even make that much of a difference. Also untaps, which is nice, I guess, although I probably never would have blocked with it. Cause it's a 1/1. Yeah, Tatiova and Shalai, this is too strong. The Teshar. So we do this. Can they double pump actually? All they need 4 green for that, which they don't have, so oh, never mind, they had lethal anyway. Didn't even notice. And that opponent had some really good cards. Right, so that's 3 wins, 2 losses. This puts us in a tough spot. I mean, this deck might not do too well after this. It didn't pan out as well as I'd hoped. We'll see. We should have modified it a bit, I keep forgetting. This is fine. 2, 4, 5. I mean, we have something to play early. Although 2 mana 1/1 is pretty bad without drawing into Frenzied Rage. Also, if we don't draw into land, then we're kind of screwed. But if we do draw into 1 more land, then so we go champion here. Okay, so our opponent has some instant blue-black, and then guess we go Memorial next turn. If we don't draw a 3-drop, it allows us to drop one of our 4s on turn 4, which is good. So I guess we just attack for 1. One probably just takes it. go. And then next turn we can play Rada. Yeah. Alright, Explorer. Oh my god, really? Mill? Fire Intervention and Allosaurus. And that had some good cards. Swing with that. Deep Freeze. That's nice. Spider is a good blocker. Phoenix attacks. Okay. I think we play the blocker. Yeah, 3 fire works really well to block stuff in this format. Oh great, they have removal. Nice. Sure. Oh, could he have blocked with that last turn? I don't remember. Oh, maybe we made a misplay. God, I feel stupid now. Creature or land. It won't let us get the menace thing. Ooh. Resist retort. That's not nice. A land it is. Frenzied Rage, that's what it is. Won't let us fetch a Frenzied Rage. So the thing is, if we do attack with 3 creatures at some point, let's say it's gonna be hard to do. But if you do get there, we can revive Phoenix. And no attacks here. Ooh, that's a pretty nut draw. So I think next turn we can block with Cyclops, Film, Thorn Elemental, or just Thorn Elemental actually. That is freaking amazing. Okay. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Oh wait, we had lethal. We could have just Gift of Growth and assign damages so it weren't being blocked, and that was just done 14 to their face. Well, that was a misplay, but I guess the opponent scooped it up anyway. Hey, so that's at least 4 wins, so I think we break even at 4, or maybe it's 5 wins. We break even. 650 gems. I think it's 500 gems for entry, right? I don't remember the gems cost, but hey, 2 packs at 7 wins. That seems hard to get to though. Right, let's just keep playing with this deck. I mean, I don't know if we need more Frenzied Rages and or Rana Monks. Don't really have a better way to get card draw. 2 drop, 3 drop, this combo as well. We don't have green though, which is a problem. But I mean, we have 9 green sources in the deck. It's likely we draw into one, I guess. We'll have to see. Right, I guess we're first. Let's go Mountain. Sparring Construct, interesting. So I think we just play Chronicler here. I don't think we have any like ridiculously good instant and sorceries for which like the Chronicler might be, like the kicker for the Chronicler might be particularly relevant. Could attack with the Chronicler here, doesn't make sense. they could attack with a construct here. We block with the Chronicler, it makes the honor guard a 3/3, which is better for them. So I think if they attack, we don't block. Okay. +3/+0 vigilance and trample. That's not good. So we keep Gift of Growth open to block that thing. And do we attack with the Journey Mage? Do we trade with the Honor Guard? Or do we just play? I think we just cost 3 to equip this. I think we just pass turn actually. Cause well, that's not even good because it automatically transfers to the next creature. So alright. Doesn't have first strike at least, so we trade. They get to attach it for free. It's 5/2 now. Alright. That's a 6/3, holy shit. So this makes our creature, can we kick it though? Yeah. Makes our creature a 7/6. So yes, it trades, but not well. I think the strategy is just race. Ooh, it does have vigilance though. So it's gonna be hard to race. Do they have another creature? Okay, another honor guard. So rat colony. If you do take care of this, the blade basically transfers over. So the only way we have to deal with the blade is fiery intervention. Do we block this? We're basically trading. They deal 3 damage and it transfers over to one of the other creatures. We have one less creature. They have good blockers for the Journey Mage, so no blocks I think. This is gonna be really bad for us. Maybe we should have blocked, because now if we attack with the Journey Mage, they can block with the Honor Guard and something else. If we Gift of Growth, this becomes a 9/7, which still dies, so we lose the Frenzied Rage. Oh, that was a misplay on my part, I think. Yeah, I definitely should have blocked there. Although I guess if we blocked, then it would have just transferred to one of the other creatures automatically at that point, so yeah, I don't see a way to protect the Journey Mage. Rather get a unicorn. A second rat colony? Oh god, rats are real. Block. The unicorn, oh god. Does it have the lifelinker? Ooh. Well, that was pretty nutty top deck. So we attack with this. Well, I don't think we attack this turn because they have a good block. Well, the holy shit, we're at 6 life. When did that happen? Because all that trample damage. Well, might be GG anyway. Nope. Oh god. That card is quite the bomb. 4 Bear's Blade. 3/0 Vigilance Trample? That's ridiculous. Plus automatically equips to the next creature. Okay. Guess that's decent. Let's open the pack. See what we got. We'll rather come back. Oh, and on Sarah's Wings and Kavu, that's pretty good. Ooh, Mythic Rare Wildcard, that's nice. Right, and a gold wildcard, nice. You also got a common one. Guild Summit too. Alright, that's okay. And we did manage to pick up another Ariel. So where is, we can add her here. Did we pick up any other good knights? Don't think we did. Well, we got more honor guards, but it's not really the best knight to add here. Knightly Valor, Josu, Champion of Dusk. What do we got? I guess we got Champion of Dusk because just how it doesn't fit in Ariel, it's just better. Alright, yep, that was Dominaria draft. Hope you guys liked it. We do have a bunch of gems, so maybe I'll also do a seal soon, or if we can get our currency up again fast enough, then maybe we'll do that. And we'll do another Dominaria draft if I can do it before it rotates. But yeah. Next video I might do like a constructed run with this Knights deck that I'm testing out. There's also my Simic Evasion deck that's pretty cool, but I haven't really found all the pieces I want for it, so it's not great. But yeah, I might try this one in a constructed run. It's pretty nice, I think, when it works out. And there's some pretty good Knights energies, so we'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed that draft.